Hey guys, so I have never shared anything like this before, ever, anywhere. But God gave me a dream, 2 dreams really, and initially I prayed about it and I didn't feel the need, I didn't feel like it was supposed to be shared. But ever since I had the dream, I can't stop thinking about it, and so I feel and then all of a sudden, today when I was in the bath just now, I feel in my spirit to share this. But I know it was from God. So let me preface this by saying, I've never had a dream like this before in my entire life. And I knew immediately that it was from God, because after the first one, I woke up and I said, "What the heck, Jesus?" And I was rebuking it, because I thought it was an attack from Satan or whatever. And then I fell back asleep after tossing and turning for a while. And mind you, this was in the middle of the night when I woke up. Well, when I went to sleep, I had another one. And when I woke up, I immediately started researching it, and I knew it was from God. Mind you, once I woke up from that first dream, my heart was racing. And I felt like I was in the first dream forever, even though there was hardly any information. So, to make it a long story short, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what my dream was and tell you the interpretation that I wrote down. I still feel like it's not the full interpretation, but I prayed and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and this is just what I got out of it. So basically, the first dream, the one that I spoke earlier about, feeling like I was in this dream forever, but there's hardly any information in the dream. So basically, I was looking straight, and there was somebody on my left, and they said, the guy said, they killed him. And it was almost like I knew what he wanted me to look at, but I didn't want to look at it. But at the end of the dream, I ended up looking at it. And it was a huge clock, and there was blood smeared all over it. And then that's when I woke up. And the clock wasn't moving. I have notes that I wrote down after the dream. And my interpretation, pause, sorry. I felt in my soul, I don't know if I said this or not already, but I felt in my soul these need to be interpreted together. So I don't know, I'm just putting that out there. So the interpretation I got from the first one is, we're about to enter into the last few moments of the earth as we currently know it. Jesus is at the door, on the verge of opening it and reuniting with his people prior to providing those who have chosen to live life separate from him with the wish in which their lives have revealed. Be ready. Okay, now I'm going to go into the second dream that I had. This one was a little bit more complex, hard for my brain to understand. Basically, to sum it all up, I was in my dad's old house. I don't live with him anymore, but I was in my dad's old house. And where I was positioned, there was a banister like this. I was here. My room is here, okay? So, outside of the room, it was a big party going on. And there was a bunch of people there. And I remember saying something loudly to someone to my right, and then I hear a shh coming from in my room, and then I look up and I see a man. His name, I'm actually not gonna say his name, but he was an old PE coach that I used to have, and he was super Christian, super godly, always has been from as long as I can remember, and he was going shh to me for talking loudly. And I immediately understood, I saw his kids laying asleep next to him. And then I was like, okay, they're trying to sleep. In my brain, I was like, okay. And immediately then, I was like, all right, I got to prevent people from coming in and waking them up or whatever. So there wasn't a door. But there was this cardboard, the size of a door. And I was trying to position it, to where it won't fall over. And I was trying to, position it to, like I said, so it won't topple. And the reason why, in my brain, I was thinking, I don't want people to come in and wake them up. Well, then, there ended up being, by the way, it was cardboard. I think I said that. Huge cardboard. And then there was like a door handle ended up spawning. I don't even remember how because there wasn't a door, but there was a door handle. And I ended up being able to lock it from the inside. I remember that vividly. And in my brain, I was like, okay, I need to lock it from the inside to prevent people from coming in. Okay? So then after that, I remember like looking around and like just watching everybody like in the party, like outside of the room, because I was never in the room. I was just outside preventing people from getting into the room. And I was just like, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I was just outside, like, observing everybody, like, just, like, watching everybody, like, in the party. Never saying anything, just watching. And then I just woke up. Which I was like, this is really interesting. Okay. And here's the interpretation. How God's people should respond. The world around you will carry on in their wicked ways, as they are blind to the truth and the severity of how their actions impact their eternity, in parentheses, walk with Christ. People are unconcerned with what's to come. I tell you, be still. Focus on what's above. Remove all distractions. Remove all of the noise from this world. Protect and work on what I value. This requires ongoing attention and intention. Preserve what I am protecting and recognize what I intend to safeguard. For the time is coming, and I'm warning you so that you may not lose sight of the salvation/promise I have provided to you. Strengthen your barriers and remove your distractions. Do not allow this world to influence what I am protecting. And the biggest thing that made me realize, like, this is not just me. This requires ongoing attention and intention. That is not something that I would just say. So, I really don't know what else to say, other than I don't have words. Like, I don't have words for this. I just don't want to be disobedient and not say anything. And I'm hoping that this could help one person. Just one person. That's like, Jesus is coming back. Jesus is coming back. You can ask my whole family. Since I was a kid, I told everyone I was going to be raptured. And then I fell away from God for so many years. And then recently, within the last few months, I've like gotten a lot closer with him. But guys, my generation, I was born in 2003. People on this earth now, unless they die soon, are going to experience the rapture. And if you were not raptured, you're going to go through the tribulation. Get your heart right.